Fabrizio Romano needs to change his upload schedule because he's given us news quite late on in the night. But we have got news, and I am going to report on it because I am still awake. So we have an update in regards to Xavi Simons and his transfer to Chelsea Football Club. And the update is really regarding where Chelsea is right now and where RB Leipzig is right now in the transfer window, and why certain transfers have impacted or are impacting the deal and why it is taking a little bit longer than usual. I'm going to be showing you a video clip from Fabrizio Romano. It's a little bit more about the situation in regards to Xavi Simons and other transfers that link to it. So we'll be watching that in just a moment. Before I do me a favor and smash the like button on this video. Subscribe to the Blue Lounge if you are new. And we have been doing some streams over the past couple of days, and we will continue to do more streams in the upcoming days. Sunday nights is a fixed schedule. So Sunday night, 10 p.m., there will be a stream on the Blue Lounge. But yeah, let's have a look at what Fabrizio Romano had to say.
But Leipzig want Harvey Elliott because he could be also the perfect replacement for Xavi Simons, who is expected to leave this summer. Chelsea remain in direct talks with Red Bull Leipzig, remain in advanced conversations with Red Bull Leipzig. Xavi Simons wants to go to Chelsea, but at the moment still no breakthrough in talks. Why? Because, as I told you, Calma, last week they told you is done, was not done for two reasons. The first one is that obviously Red Bull Leipzig are really focused on the Šeško deal now. That's the priority in this moment. So resolve the Šeško deal and then clarify Xavi Simons. The second, Chelsea are working on the outgoings. So I told you that several of these deals are already almost agreed, but we have to wait for official statements for Broja, for Ugochukwu, for Desbury Hall, and all the rest, because Chelsea are working on many outgoings. To Sunderland, then Nico Jackson is leaving. It's not news if you're following the channel. Today the news was everywhere, but it's not new for you if you're following the channel. Nkunku has to leave. So Chelsea are working on the outgoings. And then this conversation on the price between the two clubs, which is something absolutely important. So that's the point. But let me say that the very clear message also now coming from Manchester United, I can tell you, is that internally they feel that Benjamin Šeško wants to join them. So we said about Šeško, we said about the impact of Šeško for Harvey Elliott as a target for Leipzig, replacing eventually Xavi Simons, who wants to go to Chelsea, waiting for the outgoings at Chelsea, and for all the rest. Also important to say that obviously Chelsea keep thinking of Alejandro Garnacho. Don't forget about.
Okay, so that's the update from Fabrizio Romano. RB Leipzig is looking at Harvey Elliott. Šeško is being sold, and it looks like Manchester United is where he's going to be going. I know Newcastle and Manchester United have put in very similar bids, very similar offers to both club and player. But it does look like Šeško has his heart set on joining Manchester United, which means it's an outgoing for RB Leipzig, a striker going to Manchester United, which kind of leaves Newcastle in a bit of a pickle. And I think the whole Nicholas Jackson thing is going to carry more weight with Newcastle now. And also Chelsea will be expecting a similar fee to what Newcastle were prepared to pay RB Leipzig for Šeško. That's one side of it. The other side of it, RB Leipzig is looking at Harvey Elliott because they believe he can be a replacement for Xavi Simons once he ends up leaving and going to Chelsea Football Club. The key point I got from what Fabrizio Romano spoke about there is the actual negotiations over the fee, the price for Xavi Simons. I think with RB Leipzig getting the Benjamin Šeško deal over the line, having money coming in, Xavi Simons is a player that Chelsea are interested in, but also a player that wants to leave RB Leipzig. And maybe RB Leipzig don't really have a lot of power when it comes to negotiations here, specifically as the player has only got 2 years left on his contract. Xavi Simons will be a free agent in 2 years. And next year, if they don't sell him this year, that price will drop substantially. So I think for them to gain the best transfer fee, they would have to sell this window, and also avoid having a player left at their club who doesn't really want to be there. With all the drama that's happened over this transfer window of him moving to Chelsea, with all the social media, you know, impact activity that he has had, he's got to go. They're not going to keep him, and I think Chelsea are now in a better position to negotiate for him. And one thing we were waiting for is outgoings. And if you were following the news yesterday, we had a ton of players, potentially leaving Chelsea Football Club with reasonable transfer fees. We have got also Raheem Sterling also on the way out. We've got, like I said, Jackson potentially to Newcastle, again, potentially, and among others. So Chelsea are doing what needs to be done in regards to the outgoings. I believe we will have a substantial breakthrough with the Xavier Simons deal towards the back end of this week, potentially over the weekend. And he mentioned Garnacho. He said, "Don't forget about Garnacho." I know you guys are not really keen. I put a poll on my channel speaking about Garnacho. Didn't get a lot of positive positive reaction in regards to what you guys think. If we should get him or not. It is split. There is a lot of people out there who still, are against the whole Garnacho deal, and then there's people out there who are coming along with it and thinking, maybe could be possibly he could have a positive impact on our club. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I wanted to share this video with you. I wanted to share my thoughts and opinions. And again, lads, we will be streaming. We will be streaming more and more as we get closer to the start of the season. And like I said in the start of the video, every Sunday night, 10 p.m., we will be here. And I've got a panel ready for you to take your questions. I didn't do a lot of questions in the last stream because I wanted to focus on the news. But moving forward, we will be taking more questions from you guys in the chat. So yeah, it's a work in progress, people. Yeah, it's a work in progress. We'll see what works. We'll see what you guys are happy with, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, if you're watching this at the early hours of the morning, you're a legend. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, and I'll catch you in my next one. Take care. Stay safe. And peace.